We're here.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Courtney from Omaha Performing Arts. Thanks for tuning in to the replay. I'm here with Chris Mann, who plays the Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera. It's in Omaha until May 1st. We're going to do a live Q&A, so once you tune in, you can start asking questions. We asked some of our Facebook followers what they would like to know and what they'd like to ask you.
Oh.
So we'll just start with some of their questions until
Okay.
people tune in.
Great.
Kelly wanted to know what your favorite song to sing is in Phantom.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I mean, obviously I love to sing Music of the Night. It's the big, Phantom's big song from Act 1. I love listening to Masquerade, which I'm not really in. I have some at the end, but my favorite part to perform is the very end of the show when the whole thing is coming unraveled for him, and I know you. Hey, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
How's it going?
Thanks for joining.
When the whole show is coming unraveled for him, and he has the moment with Christina Rao, so that's my favorite part to sing.
Great. Krista, one of our Twitter followers, asked how it feels to play the legendary role of Phantom.
Well, it's a job I take very seriously, and it's quite the honor to be able to play him. So many people love the part and have seen it before. So, and it's really fun. I love to be able to just sort of let it fly out there as an actor and with my voice, and it's I do a very physical Phantom with my body, and I don't know, it's fun. It's a lot of hard work, but I enjoy it.
Cool. And someone asked, we know that your wife is also part of the cast.
Yep.
Laura, is that right?
Yep.
What role does she play, or what does she do in the show?
Laura is in the female ensemble, and she plays, she's technically called a swing, so she covers 5 different female characters. So depending on the day, she can be 5 different people, and each track, as they're called, each role plays multiple people within a show as well. So she has a lot, all the swings have a lot on their mind whenever they go on for a role, because they're like, all right, where do I go? Who am I being? But it's a really fun and diverse way to be a part of the show.
And Kelly wanted to know what it's like to tour and work with your wife. Is it nice having her along? Because I know you guys are newlyweds, right?
Well, we've been married for about 2 years. We've been together for 9 years, so that whole thing is like, we've been together. But it's fun. I've done so much traveling on my own after The Voice, and I was on the road pretty much for 4 years, and that was harder. And then I did the first year of Phantom without her in the show, so it's definitely much better and more fun to have your spouse with you. It's very lucky that we get to do that.
Awesome. If you're just tuning in, I'm Courtney from Omaha Performing Arts. I'm here with Chris Mann. He plays the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera. It's in Omaha till May 1st. We're taking live questions, so if you want to know something, you can type in your question and he'll answer it. Right now I'm just going through some questions from our other Facebook followers and Twitter followers, people who send in questions. So do you want to tell us just a little bit about yourself, where you're from?
Sure. I'm from not far from... Who's joining us? Hello.
So that's Amanda. She's smiling
Amanda.
at you.
You're just smiling. I'm from Wichita, so I'm
not
from about
far
6
away.
hours from here.
But you're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm not in Kansas anymore. I drove here yesterday from Kansas, and I've been to Omaha before. I was a big tennis player growing up, and I played a lot of tournaments here. But yeah, that's where I'm from. I live in LA now.
Awesome.
I'm never there, but that's where I live.
And you're coming back to Omaha next year for...
That's right. I have a
for
concert
show.
next year.
Awesome.
So check my website, chrismannmusic.com. I will be back in Omaha doing a solo concert, which I'm excited about.
Someone just asked, do you do anything special to get into character?
Well, I have to come an hour before to get into makeup, and I use that time to do a second warm-up vocally. But as soon as Rudy, our makeup artist, he puts a bald cap on me and starts gluing the prosthetic on, it's pretty easy to sort of like just snap in to the Phantom, because it's so visually stunning. But honestly, when the show starts and the chandelier's revealed and the huge organ da 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 da, like the famous Phantom motive happens, that sort of gets me really snapped in.
Well, you're in the show here in Omaha for almost 2 weeks. What do you do in your downtime?
Well, we don't have too much. It's not as much downtime as we would like.
Yeah, I bet.
We do press to promote, and but I always love to find local coffee shops.
Oh,
do you
great.
have a favorite coffee
Close
shop?
by, there's a really cute one called Culprit Cafe Bakery.
Culprit
It's open
Cafe.
until 3. They have these
Oh.
really good potatoes. So
Oh.
if anybody else has suggestions for him while he's
Yes.
here in Omaha, you can
Yeah,
tweet
Facebook
him at
or
him.
tweet me.
Facebook.
I always look for local coffee. I've been sort of spending most of my days. I have a new album coming out called Constellation, which is on pre-order right now and comes out May 6th. So I've been working on that pretty much all year and getting ready for that. So,
and there's a special surprise on it for Phantom fans, right? It's bonus track.
I did a bonus track of Music of the Night. It's so good. Thank you.
It is. It is.
Yeah, some people pre-ordered it. You can pre-order it now on iTunes, but some people like Amanda did the Pledge Music campaign.
What's it like to be on tour? Never sleep in your own bed, right?
Never sleep in your own bed. We bring our own pillows so that you have some consistency. And they're those like heavy, whatever, orthopedic. They're not orthopedic. Is that what it's called? Orthopedic pillows. So, but it helps a lot.
Oh, yeah. Some people might know that Chris you were on The Voice season 2. Is that right?
Season 2 of The Voice. I was Christina.
Yep,
Christina's finalist.
Someone just asked
show.
if you still stay in touch with Christina.
I do. I just emailed her the other day.
Awesome.
She had just had was having and just had her baby when we were in LA. So unfortunately, she didn't get to see the show. I wish she had, but I'm excited that she's back on The Voice. And
that brings us to a good question. Gabby asked what it was like to transition from like reality TV to doing Broadway. If there was a big difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I was a recording artist first. I grew up doing music theater, and then my dream was always to be a recording artist. So I've done that for like 10 years, and so I finished touring. I had a couple of PBS television specials, and when I finished that after The Voice, toured for like a year and a half, and then I just had this inkling to get back on stage in a different way, in acting and using my voice in a bigger way. And I specifically was eyeing Phantom because I love the show.
Oh yeah, that's
And
classic.
so I actually auditioned for Raoul in Los Angeles, and then was cast as the Phantom.
Were
in New
you
York.
surprised to get the role of the Phantom?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I went into the audition for Raoul, and they stopped me in the middle of it and were like, "You're a Phantom. Can you sing Music of the Night?" And I was like, "I guess."
Guess
so
I can do it.
I read it over the shoulder of the accompanist in the moment, and then went to New York a couple weeks later and had a full like workshop with the production team. And I mean, it was so exciting. It was
Awesome.
like what you'd see on Smash or a movie
Yeah.
where you have a full panel of people and you're doing work. And yeah, it was awesome. And then Cameron McIntosh and Angel Lloyd
Wow.
Webber had to approve us, which was
And they signed off?
crazy, and they
That's
signed
awesome.
off, and here we are.
So when you were little, did you think that this is what you were going to grow up to do? Like when you were 5, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be doing this.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and
So
Harry Connick Jr. is my career idol. He does
yeah,
film,
excellent.
TV, and stage and recording, and that's always been my dream to do that.
Archetype Coffee is also really
Thank
good. It's
you
in
for
Blackstone.
that.
It's really good too.
Archetype Coffee.
If you make it to the Blackstone district,
Well, I
it's
have a
pretty
card.
hip.
I
Yeah.
love that. Blackstone District Archetype. Thank you. Good
If
suggestion.
there are any more recommendations, he's taking them.
Food, and we need late night food, and we need coffee.
Oh, late night food. There's a food truck downtown called Locomotive. It's probably my favorite restaurant in Omaha, and it's a food truck.
Oh.
So it's in the old market at night, like at 10 o'clock at night until 3 a.m. You should check it out.
Whoa. Come on, you're so cool.
Yeah, we are so cool. Do you have any advice for like youth who want to be artists, young people who, they're 5, they have a dream to
Sure.
do what you're doing?
Sure. Practice makes perfect. Something I do all the time, every day. Practice. Everyone in the cast practices. Practicing and putting yourself out there. So I remember being in your local Omaha or local city youth theater.
Yeah, we have
auditioning,
community
and
theater.
Community theater is big. Your school, and then if you choose to go on and study it in college, to do that, which is what I did. And otherwise, you just have to really put yourself out there. It's a scary industry to be,
Yeah.
to
audition in
to
front of
audition and
people.
be willing to take criticism, and but that all makes you better in the end. So and also just never giving up. I mean, people that have followed me for a long time know that I've had lots of ups and downs. So
How difficult is it doing multiple shows in a day? Like today, he's got
Like
2
today,
shows.
yeah.
He's got a matinee and an evening
it is.
show.
It takes a lot of stamina and also just singing smart, and that's something that you learn as you do a role. I've done it 500 or 600 times, which is crazy.
Do you get
And
tired?
Totally, yeah, I totally get tired, and on travel days it's hard, and on your 16th show of the week it's hard, but you have to learn how to sort of pace yourself and take your moments to really pop out and moments to really conserve, and also just like being at the gym, you get stronger the more you do it. So.
Awesome. I'm here with Chris Mann. He plays the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera. It's here until May 1st in Omaha. If anybody has a final couple questions, or I can ask one more. You
Yeah,
good for
that
one
sounds
more?
good.
Do you ever get nervous before a show, or are the nerves like totally
No,
gone now?
I definitely get nerves sometimes because it's a new audience, and you always want to do a good job. And sometimes you might, I don't know, you can't explain it, but sometimes it can be an excitement. It doesn't have to be like a bad nerves, but I definitely
Get revved
always
up before
have
the
something.
show.
Yeah, definitely. Rarely do I go out there and I'm just like cool as a cucumber. I don't think.
And I guess why should people come see the show? This is a new production. If they've seen it before, why should they come again? Oh,
How's Gus?
how's Gus? Does that
Gus-
person know you?
Gus is our French bulldog.
Oh, cute.
And, he's still in Wichita. He's having some back
doesn't travel
problems.
with you? Oh,
He
no.
does travel with us, but he's getting a series of doggy acupuncture treatments.
Oh.
And he actually just started seizure medicine, so he's kind of having a little tough go.
Do you post pictures of him on social
Oh,
media?
yeah. Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
I bet he's internet
But
famous.
you know, he's good, and we love seeing him. We're getting him after Omaha. He's coming back.
Great,
So.
great. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining me.
Thanks, you
Omaha
guys.
Performing Arts doing live Periscope. If you like what you see, make sure you swipe right and share it with all of your followers. It'll be on replay. I saw the show last night for the first time. It was truly amazing. Everyone did a good job. Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
It's going to be an
I
excellent
appreciate
show.
it.
So make sure you come see
Thank
it
you.
and share this with your followers. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.